Okay, so our other semi-final, well actually if you're just watching this video straight up, the one of the semi-finals is going to be Sweden and China. Now, China has played basically the same formation, so 4-2-1-3 in almost every game, clicks the Argentina game which is the one game they didn't do that. So Argentina, they played this 5-2 double winger single striker formation, which is something they might play against Sweden. I wouldn't be surprised if this comes out. But if I'm Sweden, I'm still preparing for this 4-2-1-3 because this is what China has played in literally every other. Oh no, they did play five at the back. Five. They played five. No, wait. Because this game went to extra time. China's actually the yellow team here. And they're like, I didn't play wings. I actually came up with this tactic for Australia. And we're going to look at this tactic as well. Um, and then we've got Romania, China as well. So China again going 4-2-1-3. This time Romania basically cloned the tactic in that game. So basically, we're going to go in fast forward. So this is the tactic in action. As you can see, it's pretty good at getting the ball out to the winger. You have some coverage on the wing. That's the first goal. So China in this game scored 2 goals really, really early. So that's the first one. You can see some good passing between the three players in the final third. Here we go again. So down the wing. This time a cross goes straight in. So you can see that they've basically, for the first part of this game, trapped the ball on that wing or in the forward line for China with a really early subs. Okay, I haven't actually watched this game back. So Romania electing to go to short passing. Interesting. Um, Again, I don't think that Sweden will go short passing against China, although this is the second game where... Wait, is China? No, they're not short passing as well. China has kept their formation. Yep. So we can see the way this formation plays, it's really good if you can trap the ball in the forward half, but you're somewhat susceptible. Okay, so now Romania's playing wings. So both teams really mixing it up in this game. So they've got the same, they're attacking down the same wing, whereas they started opposite wings. Free kick is a miss. And we're just going to keep playing until Romania scores their goal. So we can see, again, going for the winger, but this is where it kind of can fall down if you can't effectively get the ball to your winger. So a lot of these passes start getting intercepted as the players get more and more tired, and this is where sort of short passing can come into the play a bit more, this sort of 20-minute plus. I know Romania is playing wings as well. Stretch. Again, we're expecting Sweden to keep to their five at the back double winger. I think they'll play five at the back double winger. Against China, five at the back is pretty safe. They've played wings in every game so far. So here we can just see some interplay. So once Romania, so I would say this is also a game that went to extra time. China's won twice. So their two knockout stages, they both won the game in extra time, beating Australia, a 10-man Australia, which is One of the reasons why I'm not very high on China because they really needed the red card in that game. In this game, though, it looks like they were genuinely on top, but the Romanians slowly played themselves in with superior stamina. That's the final goal that we're going to look at. Pretty standard wing play versus wing play in that game, with China struggling to get it out to their wing. And we'll just look at the Australia game. We're going to look up to the first red card. So again, Australia playing a centralized, sort of like a centralized wing play strategy. So we're actually using the wingers, the wing backs, the defenders, to act as wingers as well. So we've got the three strikers, and they're designed to pull the Chinese defense up the field while playing a very high defensive line, which turned out to be my undoing there. So there you can see the Chinese striker shooting, but with two nearby defenders. The other benefit of this is on free kicks, all the players are lined up nicely, so that you might get a reception and a goal that way. And so we can see goal kick straight to the striker. So once the striker's through on goal, he's through on goal with this strategy that I employed in this game. But you can see, so China doing quite well early, just like they were against Romania, but I think this is the goal. Yep. So there's the goal. So basically the defenders are getting pulled up the ground, and there's three central strikers. So you just have to hit up whichever striker is not marked. So in that case, it was the attacking midfielder who wasn't marked, and he was the one who scored. But then you can start to see that strategy starting to get on top. So one of the benefits and one of the reasons I decided to show this was that by using your wingbacks as your wingers, you can, well, firstly, you can use those attacking players somewhere else. But secondly, any intercepts go to like your attacking player straight away. If you've placed them properly, you should always be getting a tackle attempt on their winger if they receive the ball. But as we just saw, the Chinese winger managed to get away without the wingback. So there's a tackle. So this is one of the benefits of if you position your wingback aggressively, you can get them to contribute to the offense. Here we go again. And this one results in a shot attempt. And then high line, that's the high defensive line again, resulting in a through ball and a shot attempt. And I believe, no, not yet. Once again, there's the high line sort of not paying off for China. Yeah, so this is a red card. Straight red, which was disappointing. So the rest of the game is pretty much just China attacking, as you would expect against a 10-man lineup. Nope, wrong game. So yeah, we're expecting China to play wings, pretty standard. There's not too much to say. I don't think there's too much else to say really. It's a very standard, common formation. I think the five at the back worked better than the four at the back. I mean, in both games they got 16 shots on target, but in one game it's against 10. I also had the striker come back to defense, specifically because I didn't feel like wasting that substitute, and there wasn't too big a difference in the end. Anyway, that is pretty much China. So we can expect them to play wings. They've won 2 games through extra time, so they've sort of barely managed to make it to the semis. And finally, we have Sweden, who are probably the tournament favorite at the moment. suddenly the favorite going into their game, you can see 5-1, 5-0, 2-0, 8-2, 2-1, and then we've got the semi-final, obviously. So Sweden pretty consistently. So this game was a bit of a one-off with this sort of sweeper sort of experiment, but they're always playing this double winger kind of lineup. Lol, no double winger. So here we've got defensive 4-3. They've offset, they've predicted what Denmark wanted to play there. In this game, they've gone short passing and only scored 2 goals. And the round of 16 game, which I actually want to look at, they've gone 5 at the back, expecting Belgium to go wings. Belgium goes short passing. They've gone double winger. So this is the kind of lineup I would expect them to play against China. And then also there's this, is this the same formation? I haven't actually checked. Double winger, 5 at the back, yeah, it's the same formation that they used in both games. Against Spain, it was much less effective, with Spain going short passing. Short passing negates the effect of your 2 wing backs. But against, did this game go to extra time? No, it did not. So against short passing, that's what the main drawback to 5 at the back is. Your wing backs won't get the ball if the other team plays short passing. And we're gonna play this game in fast forward because they score 8 goals in this game, just to sort of watch the formation in action. So that's Belgium getting on the board first. And that's basically a result of you play a high line. That's the kind of goal that you can concede against a high defensive, when you play that high defensive line, I should say. But on the flip side is your passes will generally be much more accurate. So we got the pass to the support winger and then it goes to the actual winger. Cross comes in, which is probably the pattern. There we go, support winger again. Support winger goes for the striker this time. Defensively, we're not too interested in the defense. Let's skip ahead. So we've got support winger to the striker. It once again intercepted. You're going to see that a lot, probably. And then we've got the ball going for the real winger that time. This time. So now the stamina sort of starting to come into effect with that support winger. But the actual winger is positioned sufficiently well that it doesn't matter that much. This time you've got a shot coming from basically all the defenders are drawn to the wing. And so the defensive midfielder got the intercept and the tackle. And he was basically through on goal because all the defenders were still out of position after chasing down the winger, which isn't a common way to generate offense, but it is a way. So here they've got the ball on their wing again, which is generally a good idea when you're playing wings. The main way wings falls down is if you can't effectively get the ball across to the wing that you're attempting to play the ball down. So we can see they've got it straight to the winger proper. This time the support winger. So just having 2 options there means that you get a lot more balls down the wing. Sometimes the wingers will pass it to each other as another way to get the ball to outnumber the opponent. It's also worth noting this is against a back 4, which I think is when the double winger strategy is most effective. When you're up against a back 5, it's basically just making it 2-on-2. Although with the way wingers play, they don't often pass to each other. I mean, they will if it's a cross, so if the ball is going from the far side to the near side, they will pass it to each other. But if the ball's stuck on the near side, the wingers probably won't pass it to each other, just to do with where. So you can see here, they're basically on the same line. You can see another goal there. So again, so in the other video we looked at where Peru's opponents were all shooting from, and we can see the 2 goals so far are from behind the penalty spot, and that's from behind the penalty spot as well. This is another reason for Argentina to go wings against Peru. Peru's main strategy is to concede shots from closer than the penalty spots. And you can see Sweden here generating shots from behind the penalty spot, and what that means is that they're more likely to beat the keeper, less likely to get rebounds. And what I might do is just look at all the goals from the second half. If I click ahead, I think I might have just crashed it. Oh no, there we go, because there's so many things going on. So we've got a goal here. This is from the winger. No, it's from the support winger. It's one of the instances where we've got the wingers passing to each other. With 5 at the back, because you've got 2 out there, you're more likely to get an intercept if you're the team which has the 5 at the back. Got the pass to the support man, again going from the opposite side. So if the ball's intercepted, there's a goal basically generated from beating all the central defenders and just being one-on-one with the keeper. Now we've got substitutes. We're just going to see if they change formation. Maybe they don't. Go forward, so ball goes. Just some interplay there. The other thing about the 2 winger and 2 defensive midfielder is that you've got a little triangle there, so you just saw like a little bit of a triangle interplay. So the ball is intercepted by the defender, the ball goes back to the defensive midfielder. This wing back's already been drawn up the field, which opens up the support winger to score. That doesn't tend to happen as much with 5 at the back because you've got the extra defender there. Here we've got the ball basically played to the support winger and another goal. Let's try and get a bit more of the build up. I'm not sure if this is this a goal? No, it's not. Okay, so we've got a goal kick here. Taken defensive midfield, attempted pass, so interception in the middle circle. Middle circle is close enough to go straight to the winger proper, who just gets down. Winger proper's your ideal target in a wing play. And he manages to score. Blomqvist has got a phenomenal strike rate in this tournament. And we've actually got the support winger going back and playing some defense there and making a tackle, and basically sets up this whole play for the 8th goal. That's the other benefit of the support winger, and the other, you generally want to position them so they can play a little bit of defense, because if they do make a tackle, it's basically a free shot on goal for you. Anyway, that's about it for Sweden. So we can see here, 21 shots on goal, 5 goals. 18 for 5. This game they've gone short passing. They had 29 shots on goal. Short passing, do not recommend. Got 17 shots on goal. Shots on target, I should say, for 8 goals. Sweden has absolutely been dominating, and then, except for this game here, so Spain played pretty well. Spain going 5 at the back. This is why I think China might go 5 at the back, and try to pull off, play something similar to Argentina, but I would still be expecting them to go with 4, even though I would recommend them play the 5. I think Sweden is perfectly fine playing this formation. If you look at the top scorers, we've got Blomqvist on top, followed by Josh Che. So Che is the main striker. He starts games. But Blomqvist actually finishes games and has had more goals. So you can see shooting, heading, 2 10s there, a 9 in ball control, and basically not much else. The 4 stamina, which explains why he's coming off the bench. He's not a very fit boy. I think the 7 PI is helping him a lot in this tournament as well. Man, 59 balls. I don't think I had anyone in the squad in my squad that had 59. And this guy's probably like, well, he's obviously not an average player for them, but he's pretty good. I don't think he's not going to be anything other than an underage player just because of these, 7 and 4 maxings. But 210s is nice. He's always going to be a good substitute, quality player, as a substitute only. Anyway, that will be the wrap. So we're predicting Argentina 2, Peru 1. And I'm going to predict, I reckon Sweden's going to beat China by quite a bit. I think Sweden's going to score, I'm going to say 4-0. I think Sweden's going to dominate this game. I think China's gotten little bit lucky with a red card against Australia. They got a couple of early goals against Romania, which changes the game a bit. And even then, like with 2 early goals, Romania still forced extra time. I don't think China looked too good in extra time either. So I'm thinking Sweden's going to win 4-0 in regulation. I think this will be regulation as well, 2-1 to Argentina. So I think we'll be looking at Argentina-Sweden for the final. I just realized that I probably could have done that in the other video, but whatever. Until next time.